Today, I think I woke up on the right side of the bed. I must have had some pretty good dreams, because instead of doing 1 or 2 goalkeeper builds, I'm going to give you 3, all of which are from goalkeepers that I've known for years. They're comp goalkeepers and they're really good at what they do. And me giving you their height, their weight, their skill tree, their perks, it's because I trust that their build is going to do good for you. Individually, they've won many awards, and each goalkeeper build, it has its own advantages, so let me know which one you like the most. First up, I wanted to start off with Haz, a goalkeeper who's done it on both Xbox and PS5. I believe he's played the most games out of me and all the other goalkeepers in this video, and in the short time that he's been a competitive ProClubs goalkeeper, he's managed to win things like the 3rd highest clean sheets in a season, a major title, team of the weeks, a minor title, you name it. One of the upcoming goalkeepers in my region, Haz is currently running 6'4" and 200 pounds. It's actually quite different from a lot of goalkeepers deciding to go lightweight, and I think that's really interesting. It goes to show that the stats don't show everything. Now moving on to the skill tree, Haz decided not to use any of his physical traits. Not too long ago, I described the 99+ reactions glitch and how the physical skill tree can achieve that, and I also went on to say that it's a big risk, and like me, Haz decided not to do it. Now moving on to defending, you don't need to do any of that, just avoid it. On to dribbling, and something that's really interesting is the fact that this build has agility and dribbling. Although my build, it doesn't go this far, I'm a big fan of high division and high comp goalkeepers having good agility on their build, because it helps them with their touch, their ball control when they receive a ball from their defense. Now hand in hand with what I said about dribbling, Haz also likes to pass out from the back, and by equipping the 3 traits that you see on the right side of the passing tree, it helps to make sure that your passing gets to where it's supposed to go much more quicker and much more effectively. My build doesn't use this much passing, but I can see why he's done it. Now for shooting, make sure that you equip all of the shooting no, don't do that please. And that leaves us with the last 2 skill trees, which are arguably the most important ones to upgrade as a goalkeeper. And obviously the first of which is pace. A fair few goalkeepers fill this up the whole way, whereas other ones don't see this as that important. Haz on the other hand has filled it up most of the way. However, instead of spending the 10 skill points on the cheetah archetype, he's decided to keep the skill points for something else, especially because this archetype, it's just so bloody expensive. And before we move on to the perks, of course the last but not least is goalkeeping. And he's maxed all of it out, smart choice, it's exactly what I'd do. And honestly, if you're a goalkeeper and you have skill points, this is where it should be going to first. We gotta talk about the perks. The number 1 perk that Haz uses is the clutch save, which is obviously the first perk that you unlock as a goalkeeper, and especially after the 75th minute when games are just so intense. By having all of your goalkeeping stats upgraded, it's a big help. And the second of which is the fast rush, and that explains why the build doesn't use the cheetah archetype, because it instead uses this perk, and that more than makes up for it. That's number 1 done. Now I want to move on to the second one, which is actually used by one of the most successful PlayStation goalkeepers in our region, and that's Poet. He's the only one out of all the goalkeepers here to get a team of the year, he's got 2 team of the weeks, he's got a manager's badge, and he's not been a competitive goalkeeper for that long. So what's the build that he runs? Poet is currently running 6'4" and 119 pounds, which is a dramatically smaller build than the previous one. To all my friends that use centimeters and kilograms, that equates to 193 centimeters and 54 kilograms. And now let's see what he's rocking for the skill tree. Starting off at goalkeeping this time, it's no surprise that he's maxed out everything. He's made sure to get the hawk and the war archetype, which allows you to be in position and react much quicker, and he's doubled down on all the ones that he can, including reflexes, handling, and diving. So we can just move on from this. With regard to the pace skill tree, let me know if you're like this. Poet has only done 2, and those are in the form of 2 acceleration traits. Like I said earlier, some people try not to waste too many skill points on pace, and I think Poet falls into that category. If you can time when to rush out of your box, which is a video that I've done, then I suppose having 2 acceleration, it's fine. Shooting, once again, it's a big no. Now, unlike the previous build, this one in particular has 0 passing, and I think the key reason is the use of R1Xs or RBAs on Xbox. By using those low-driven, powerful passes, you can get away with having minimum passing. Lastly, something that not a lot of goalkeepers use is the Lynx archetype, but that's exactly what Poet's done, and I really rate that. I can't stress enough, good ball control and good agility, especially this FIFA when you can can just spam your left stick. You know, you move left, right, and your guy goes crazy. By being able to do that quickly, by having a good touch, by making sure that the ball is always close to you, as a high division or comp goalkeeper, it's very important. Now the last two, and defending, there's just nothing on it. However, has Poet added any reactions to his build? And the answer is no. Him and the previous build haven't done any of the added reaction traits. Just a little bit of context, I only use one of the reaction traits, but if you watch my 99 reaction warning video, you'll know why I do only one and not any more. And obviously, the last thing is the perks. Both Has and Poet's build use the fast rush perk, but the only difference is the fact that Poet uses the quick reflex one. There's a lot of debate between whether the clutch save or the quick reflex perk, which one's better. But with the quick reflex perk, it's pretty self-explanatory, and everyone likes those nice quick reflexes, except for attackers. So let's recap. The first build was quite heavy, it had a large hitbox, and it was also quite good with 1v1s because of it. Not only that, it was quite passing oriented, it had a lot of passing traits on, all of those things. However, it was still quite agile and quick. The second build, on the other hand, much more lightweight, very quick with the ball, very agile, and overall it's a bit more faster, but it is also a lot more smaller. Now let's move on to the third and final one, and I'm going to go through it quite quick. But before we do that, I have to give a quick shout out. Not too long ago, the guys over at PGS had reached out to me, and I was more than happy to promote their app. It's available on both the App Store and the Google Play Store. It's available pretty much in every geographical region, which is really nice. These guys are consistently holding ProClubs competitions, and they're also planning on doing some F1, Rocket League, Warzone, Fortnite. If you like your stats being tracked, if you like a leaderboard where you can see yourself coming first, hopefully not last, if you like winning trophies with a team that you made yourself, well, this app offers it. It's also led by good, honest people, which is excellent. And not only that, they do their own podcast where they talk about pro clubs and stuff going on within the app. It's nice, it's light, it's good fun. They're also looking for higher up admins and managers, so if that's what you're keen on, definitely let them know in their Discord. And yeah, happy to shout out these boys and their app, but let's get on to the video. The final build, and it's on Shandog69, recipient of 3 minor titles, 3 Team of the Weeks and other accolades. This fine gentleman is running 6'4" and 149 pounds. He's also level 23, which is insane. Unlike the previous 2 builds, he's actually gone for the 99 reactions on his physical tree. The max reactions that I go to are 93. I don't want to take that risk, but if you do, feel free to, and obviously it's working for Shandog. Nothing on defending, it's a common theme now. With regard to dribbling, he has a lot less than the other builds, but he still feels that it's good enough, and that's why he's equipped 1 ball control and 1 agility. Like dribbling, he's equipped 2 traits of passing, one of which is short passing and one of which is long. Shooting, nada. Now with pace, he's sort of in the middle of the previous 2 builds. He hasn't gone all out on it, but he also hasn't gone bare minimum. And lastly, slap everything on goalkeeping. Again, it's a common theme. Now for everyone that's high leveled like Shandog, you can obviously equip 3 perks, and as a result, he's gone for the goalkeeping 1-on-1, which is a new one that no one else has used, and the fast rush. And honestly, if you combine those both, your goalkeeper is going to be very good with 1v1s. And just like Poet, the previous build, he's also opted to go for quick reflexes. And guys, there you have it. I've given you 3 comp proven builds. They're all quite different, which is actually something that surprised me, but I want you to let me know which one you like the most. I hope you enjoyed this little editing style that I used. I just wanted to try something different. And yeah, that's about it. Don't you dare do any defending traits.